Okay, we are now beginning. I am Goulash. I'm here to warm you guys up until Dr. Wolfula is ready. Hopefully you folks are having a good October so far. I really hope so. I don't need the extra bumming out. I don't need to read comments saying, "Oh, my October is doing so poorly." I don't need to hear that. I only want good vibes. Only want good vibes, but stream will begin officially with Doc talking to you folks in about 4 minutes at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh boy. Well, hopefully you guys are doing well, like I said, this October. And I guess I could field some questions for me in the short span of time I have with you. Jennifer Keeling asks, "Hello, Goulash, how are you?" I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty okay. I mean, I'm outside the Wolfie lair. I don't usually get a lot of time to hang out outside, so that's nice. It's nice to get a nice breath of fresh air. The camera isn't really pointed at my face, so, that sucks. I can't, I guess I could move it, but I don't really feel like it. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, well. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Any questions for me? Justice for Goulash, says Katrina Collins. I've been asking for that for such a long time. I don't think justice is ever coming for me. I mean, I guess in some kind of, retribution sort of way, justice is coming for all of us, but, oh, well. I have not seen Joker, and I don't think Dr. Wolfula has seen Joker yet, so, just, letting you guys know ahead of time. Alrighty, let me see. Creepy Smile says, "Is Dr. Wolfula a real doctor?" He has a doctorate. I don't know where he got it from, so, I guess it really depends on what you consider a doctor, what you consider a valid doctor. I don't know. I think maybe he possibly donated a lot of money to a college and got an honorary degree, an honorary doctorate. So, I don't know if that is valid. I'm not totally sure. But anyway, the stream will begin for real in 2 minutes. So, sit tight. Dr. Wolfula will be here soon, and you won't have to hear from me anymore. Matthew Detling says, "My boyfriend gave me gonorrhea and then dumped me. What should I do?" Well, that's rough. I think just try to treat it, I guess. I don't know. If you're asking if you should take revenge out on him, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'm sure Dr. Wolfula would, but I guess gotta have to move on, and I guess warn people about that boyfriend. Unless you're just trolling me with a fake story, just to get attention. I mean, who would do that? Who would do that on the internet? Who would do that? I don't think so. Pixel Donkey asks, "What kind of bear is best?" I don't know. Is that slang? I certainly hope it's not slang. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, someone just said they have AIDS now. Okay, some of you guys are obviously trolling. I don't need this right now. Okay, luckily, Dr. Wolfula will be on the scene in just less than a minute now. Thank goodness. And then I gotta make sure he gets his applause. That's the one thing I need to make sure of. Okay, let me, make sure he's gonna function correctly. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's, yeah, sometimes you need to give Doc a little bit of a tune-up, but okay, I think we'll just start now. Okay, alright, they're ready for you, Doc. Okay, now, I would like to formally introduce my, I'm sorry, I'm fucking up with the intro. I'd like to formally introduce my master, the host with the most, the one, the only, King of October, Dr. Wolfula.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear the applause. Okay, no more applause now. Okay, How you guys doing? I am your host, Dr. Wolfula. Greetings, one and all. How are you guys doing this October evening? Hopefully you're doing okay. Okay, I don't want to mess with my setup too much because I might end up bugging out like last time. Okay, yeah, it seems like everything's solid. Okay, cool. Now, before I get to the chat and Q&A and address you folks, I'm gonna just have a few announcements and then I'll get to the chat Q&A. So sit tight. Just gonna let you guys know some announcements. Hell yeah. Okay, so just letting you guys know, I am working on the Scream 2 review right now for October. I'm editing it, so it's really far along. So you guys will get to see it soon, in a few days. I'm gonna have it up on Patreon Early Access, and then it'll be up here on YouTube for everybody else to watch for free. But if you want to see it early, consider becoming a patron. And speaking of which, I also have that Halloween video commentary. The full 90-minute video is up on my Patreon if you want to watch me watch Halloween. Fun times. I'm gonna try to have a Halloween 2 video commentary, or the remake, or it's just some other Halloween horror movie. I'm gonna have another video commentary up on Patreon, and I'll have a highlight reel on YouTube of like just 10-minute snippet. But if you want to see like the full video commentaries, check that out. And I'll try to have like a nice, movie night stream on Patreon too, just letting you guys know. And I'm gonna try to have a die-in theater on YouTube tomorrow. We'll see if I can make that happen. But anyway, moving on. Also want to let you guys know, check out the Pop Bass app, downloaded on iOS and Android today. You can hang out with a virtual me. I'll watch videos with you. I'll quiz you. You can ask me questions, give me suggestions. All kinds of fun stuff. There's even some mini games. Okay, now I am officially done with the announcements. Time for Q&A time. And you guys pretty much have me for the full hour. Let's chat. Let me make sure there might be some delay. Let me fix it. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yep, I did. Okay, cool. Now let me address my super chats. Jason Owens has a super chat. You're awesome. Well, thank you, sir. And Tom Wade had a super chat donation. Thank you, Tom. Okay, now let's see if I got some questions. Connor McClure says, Dr. Wolfula, are you also Goulash in a different voice? No, clearly I am not. You saw Goulash earlier, so that would be impossible. I don't even know why you would bring that up. That's like the most, irrational, strange thing I've ever heard. Like, I don't know what you're smoking. I would like some of that, because Goulash and I are completely separate, distinct entities. I don't even like being, accused of, being anything like Goulash, so you could go fuck yourself if that's what you're saying to me. Oh, man. Anyway, let's see if I can find another question. Okay. Let's see here. Jigsaw Late Night says, Doc, what's your favorite horror movie? Well, that's a very original question, I have to say. Okay, I usually, just tell people to watch my videos to find out, but I'll tell you, my favorite horror movie is Munchies. Well, actually, Munchies 2, Munchies Revenge. Yeah, I think that's the name of the one. Yeah, I love that. That fucking horror movie scares the shit out of me. Ugh, man. So, there you go. Now you know. Now you know what my favorite horror movie is. Okay, let's see a real question. God damn it. Ugh. Okay, let me see. Lady Sunade said, how do you edit your videos so quickly? Years of practice. Gotten into a nice, better... I mean, I'm still trying to make things quicker, but things are a lot more faster now, like, just years of practice. Yeah, that's pretty much all I could say. I use a nice video editing software, Final Cut Pro 10, and, yeah, it's nice to have, like, a tuned thing to, pick up the slack like this, so yeah, that's nice too. But I've really made strides in streamlining my editing process, so it's a lot more smooth and quick now, so that's really nice. It's really nice. It's nice and comfortable now. It used to be, oh man, I used to have like the shittiest editing software and the shittiest computer, but now it's a lot better. Now I can do shit like this, so it's cool. There's a lot of cool shit I can do now, and I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay, let's see. Carrick's World says, are you gay? Well, of course I am. I'm a jolly fellow, and I'm enjoying life. I'm gay in that sense. I don't know if there's like a slang version, but I mean, that's the only slang I'm really familiar with gay. So yeah, I'm jolly and having a great time with life. I'm gay in the Flintstones kind of way. You'll have a gay old time when you hang out with Dr. Wolfula. Alrighty, let me see. Okay, Creepy Smile says, "Do you review the new Will I review the new Scooby-Doo movie in 2020? Let me think. Most likely I will. I'll try to see it in theaters. I'll try to definitely see it in theaters. You know, I haven't seen a trailer yet. I've seen some, not concept art. Well, yeah, I've seen concept art, but I have seen some of the leaked footage of, like, what the animation looks like. It looks pretty cool. Bantam360 says, "Am I gay?" He's asking if he's gay. Maybe. I mean, I need to see a bit more. Like, I need to see if you're, really enjoying life. Like, it's hard to tell from just a line of text, but, if you're questioning whether or not you're gay, okay, just ask yourself, am I jolly all the time? Then you're probably gay. Okay, let me see. Oh, man. Lots of really mature questions tonight. Oh, man, okay, but anyway, let's move on. Okay, Anthony Ferrer says, "Do you like Ghostbusters, Dr. Wolfula?" I'm very casual when it comes to Ghostbusters stuff. I like the first movie. I didn't hate the second movie, just not as good as the first movie. And I saw the cartoons a little bit, but not super heavy in Ghostbusters where I'm like, oh, man. I can't. Well, I mean, I think I saw the teaser for the new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out in, I think next year or a couple years. It looks pretty neat, and I think they're gonna have as much of the main cast as they can get. So I'm looking forward to that. That seems like it's gonna be neat. I have my eye on that, but not super heavy in the Ghostbusters. I like it well enough. It's the first film's definitely a comedy classic, but. Again, not a super fan, don't, I mean, I won't hate it, but it's, if you're thinking about getting me gifts for Christmas, not necessarily a Ghostbusters thing, so, yeah, if you're going holiday shopping for me, but anyway, okay, let me see another question, let me see, okay, Lainey Penn says, "Doc, you going to see Zombieland 2? Maybe. I mean, this is controversial, but, I didn't really like the first Zombieland. I don't know. I didn't hate it. That's wrong, but I didn't necessarily like it in the same way. A lot of people really liked it, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the humor in it just didn't work for me that well. It felt like definitely meme humor. I feel like there wasn't enough zombies in it, even though it was called Zombieland. I felt like it was really lacking in it. I felt like a lot of the zombie parody stuff was very surface level, basic stuff. It wasn't like a loving parody like Shaun of the Dead to me. Like, I don't know, it wasn't really my kind of zombie comedy movie. It just felt a little too much like appealing to the mainstream. I don't know, but I didn't hate it. Just wasn't super into it as much as other people. And I just felt like it really dwelled way too much on, the fact that Bill Murray was in the movie. Like, it's just, and Twinkies, and just, I don't know, it felt like, I don't know, it wasn't enough of a horror comedy for me, personally. But I didn't hate it, just, not really into it that much. And a lot of people probably don't agree with me. But, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let me see, Heat or Repeat says, "Hey Doc, will you be selling any new 2019 Oktoberfest merch?" I don't know where the fest came from, but, actually, adding fest might be a decent idea. I'm actually considering, owning the, rebranding the channel as October. So it's October all year long. And I guess people are gonna make fucking jokes about that, but I guess if I do that, I can call this month Oktoberfest to differentiate it, but there's an idea. But new merch, There is merch. I might add a new design or something, but there is October merch up right now. There's a really cool design, designed by 8 the Rude. So that, and also just the standard classic, October logo pumpkin that I designed. Nice and minimalistic pumpkin design. You check it out on the TeePublic store, link in the description. If you're wondering. I need to add pics of my merch back to the streams. I really do. And back into the videos themselves. I could be making maybe a bit more money. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, okay, let me see. Let me address another question. Okay, Tron Cole 19. I don't know how to say that last name. Okay, he says, "Do you listen to Buckethead?" I don't think I've ever. Okay, wait. I think I listened to the one song, but I think it was only because it was in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The one where it has, like, Chop Top saying, "Dog will hunt." So I heard that one through a video game, I think. But I don't really listen to Buckethead that much. I would have liked to see him in All-American Massacre as Leatherface. That would have been kind of neat. But that didn't happen. I mean, it did happen, and they're just not going to release it. It's probably not completed. It's probably going to turn out to be a shitty movie if it does get completed. Actually, funny thing here about All-American Massacre, the website they have up now, updated with, like, my thumbnail art as the banner. So the director of the movie basically stole my thumbnail art of my video talking about the movie. That's fucked up. That's fucking weird. He didn't ask for permission. But, if it helps him complete the film, go ahead. Oh, man, okay. Something fell down. Okay. I'm fine. Just a little thing fell down. It slightly alarmed me, but let me see. Oh, okay, I got a few super chats now. Let me see. Relila has a super chat. Do you know Dr. Acula or Dr. Wolfenstein? Okay, I know Wolfenstein. Well, Wolfenstein was the name of the video game, but there's also Dr. Wolfenstein in House of 1000 Corpses. I do not know that man. Don't know him. And I know Dr. Acula is a Scrubs joke that people do, like, run with. Like, I'm sure somebody has a YouTube channel like mine called Dr. Acula. Like, oh, I'm clever. Okay, but anyway. And also, Austin Trench has a super chat donation. Thank you. And He Aura Pete has but I don't know any of those two men. They sound made up. Dr. Acula, Dr. Wolfenstein. I don't know. They sound made up. Let me see. Heat Aura Pete has a super chat question. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Glad I could help with future channel ideas. Oh, okay. I guess that wasn't a question, but thank you, sir, for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. Okay, MLBB says, what's the name of your Twitter account? Well, that's simple. It's just @DrWolfula, so it's also in my description of this stream, so just go down there and click on my Twitter, and then you can follow me. Honestly, I've been on Twitter for, like, nearly a decade, and, I don't have that. I mean, I have a pretty nice amount of followers, but not, like, a huge amount of followers, so if you have Twitter, I definitely appreciate following me. I really like using Twitter, and more people on it would be nice. And my head just tilted suddenly. Oh, that was scary. Okay, I think it's fine now. Let me actually fix myself. Let me just crick my neck real quick. Okay, I cricked my neck. Awesome. A lot more comfortable now. Oh, man. That was bothering me for a bit there. Okay, let me see. The Big Bang Theory Bro 333 return says, can you review Scared Shrekless? That might be a decent idea now that I think about it. I actually remember the 3DS, and it might still have these. It used to have, like, these Shrek shorts that you had to buy from the eShop, and they were 3D and stuff. I don't know if they were, like, exclusive on the 3DS or something. It's kind of weird in retrospect. That's strange. It's strange that happened. Honestly, I know Shrek is on the horizon. There's, like, another Shrek movie, and it's going to be made by Illumination, the fucking Minions company. Oh, boy. I think it's going to be a reboot. Hopefully it has the same cast. Man. I really hope they don't recast Mike Myers, because that'd be weird. But let me see. Let me crick my neck again, because I'm getting a little weird in my head region. Yeah, oh, man, I'm all over the place. Let me fix that. Okay, I think... Yeah, okay. I think my, let me just get this out of the way. Oh, man. Okay, hopefully that, okay. I think I fixed it. Alright, let me see. Let me find another question. Some, not major technical difficulties, but just some minor technical difficulties. Okay, let me see. Garrett Wilson says, worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Okay, I think that's easy. Well, actually not so easy. It kind of depends. You know, it's between Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Freddy's Dead. And I guess also the remake. I always forget about the fucking remake that it existed. You know, it wasn't super memorable. I know some people love it, or I guess like it. I not necessarily loved it, but yeah, some people like it. But man, I barely remember it. But I guess I would say the remake, because at least the other two I mentioned, you know, they have Robert Englund. He's always fun to watch. Jackie Earle Haley, not so fun to watch. Yeah, but besides the remake, I'd have to, let me think deep. I guess I would say Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has like a deeper sort of subtext, so it has that going for it. It's a terrible movie. It's like so shitty. Like the effects are so much worse compared to all the other movies. And, it's just a little goofier than scary, and not in, like, the intentional goofy way the series later did. Let me think. I guess... But I get a little bit of entertainment value out of Freddy's Dead, so... Okay, I'll just go with Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's my personal least favorite. Okay, there, I did it. It's actually kind of a hard decision to come to, you know? And if I seem inconsistent with my rankings of movies, I know some people, like, really get upset, like, holy shit, you're so inconsistent with how you rank movies and stuff. Like, I'm not perfect, like, and I don't keep track of, like, okay, how do I categorize things? It's just what kind of mood I'm in, usually. Like, I'm not like, okay, I have it ingrained in my mind, like, how I rank all of these different movies, that's not the case, but, as far as my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I have to go with 3. Okay, but let me move on. And I'm sorry, I know, like, I do get caught on, like, individual questions. It's, I know a lot of people are asking questions, but, sometimes people get my mind whirling. Okay, let me see. MLBB says, do you watch anime? Let me think. Casually? Not enough to, definitely nowhere near enough to be considered like a weeb or something, so don't even think about it. I mean, some people might say, okay, just watching any anime makes you a weeb, but I'm not. I swear I'm not. So I don't watch a lot of anime at all. I think so I watch, my favorites are Paranoia Agent, Fooly Cooly, and, let me think. Hayao Miyazaki movies are good, too. I do enjoy Kiki's Delivery Service. That's a good movie. It's a very fun film. Ah, man. It's a witch movie that's not really spooky, but, it's a fun time. And I think that's pretty much it. Maybe Pokemon? But that's it. Okay, let me move on. I swear I'm not a weeb. Armpitify. I swear I'm not a weeb. Jared Jam says he probably would like Death Note. I don't think so. Let's not go that far. Let's not go that far at all. Okay, let me see. John Manning says worst remake. Okay, this might be tough, because I don't want to go for something super obvious, but okay, I think it's safe to say. Okay, this is safe to say. The worst remake is probably Psycho 1998 by I think Lars von Trier did that one, or maybe I'm mistaken. Or Gus Van Sant, one of those fucking European director dudes who's somewhat pretentious. He did a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho, and the only thing he changed was it took place in modern day, had different actors, of course. Vince Vaughn played Anthony Hopkins' character. I don't know why. Norman Bates, yeah. I don't know why I was blanking on Norman Bates' name. Really bad. really bad because it's just the same movie again, like literally. Like, just literally the same movie. It's really cool that they went to the trouble of, and I know I have super chats, I'll address them in a moment, don't worry. No, they went to the trouble of, like, well, not even just redoing it like it's cool, like, technically, but as a movie, it's just so much shittier. Like, it's so shitty. It's not as good as the first movie. So, I don't know what the point was of doing the same exact movie. Like, there's no point in watching the Psycho remake if you saw the first one. Also, it's in color, so I guess there's that. It's in color. I think maybe you see some nipples this time, I think. And guess what? You also get to see Norman Bates jerk off, so you get to you don't get to see it, but you do get to hear it happen. So when he's, like, peeping on Marion, you get to hear him jacking off. So that's fun. That's fun. I like hearing Vince Vaughn jack off. That's my favorite thing. But, yeah, probably the worst remake, safely. Okay, let me move on to the Super Chat by Austin Trench. Will Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2 be reviewed? I would like to. I've been saying this forever. I'd like to, cover more foreign horror. And I believe Zombie 2 is actually, a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, an unofficial sequel, because Dawn of the Dead was Zombie 1 in Italy, I believe. So that's, there's a lot of opportunity to have some interesting, like, little backstory shit there, but I'll try to cover more foreign stuff, and that's definitely something I can do. And okay, I had another. Okay, ooh, wait, I see the other super chat. YouTuber critic had a super chat. Happy October, everyone. Well, happy October to you too. Okay, now let me find another question. Let's see. Alrighty, let me see. Okay, Gary Kent says, have you ever tried to summon a demon after you bought the Necronomicon from Barnes & Noble? Why, that's really, specific. I don't even know how you knew I bought the Necronomicon from Barnes & Noble. Have you been following me? Okay, that's impossible. Of course you haven't been following me. I don't know what I'm thinking. You haven't been following me, yeah. But, have I ever tried to summon a demon? Well, I mean, that's what you do with it. But, when you do it, you gotta, you don't want to have one of those situations where, you got one of those join us, deadite demons. You don't want that. That's never cool. I don't need that. Like, you gotta try to find the right chapter where it's like a demon that just wants to hang out, play some pool, play some pool, hang out with the boys. You want kind of that demon. You don't want the demon that's like an invisible force that chases you around. That's not fun. Well, I mean, I guess for some people it might be fun, but, I just want to, vibe with some demons. So, yeah, you gotta learn some Kandarian, you gotta learn that language, and, you gotta really, scope out the right passages. I don't know, some people make I guess the most enticing passages are the ones, that are bad, but, if you check closely, you'll find some passages that are really pleasant and really fun. Just a fun time had by all. So, just be careful with the Necronomicon, kids, okay? It's not all just like bad guy demons, okay? Some of them are nice folks. Okay, let me see. The Manhammer AR-15. Oh boy, why is your mouth bright pink, bro? What's wrong? Like, is your tongue not pink? Like, I'd be surprised by that. Oh man, I'm just more vivid than you. Like, I'm just more colorful. I'm a colorful individual. It looks neat. Like, just this nice contrast, It really brings out my teeth, too. Don't you think? Yeah, it really brings out my teeth, I gotta say. But, fuck you, by the way. But anyway, let's move on. Okay. Bright pink. Let me see if I can find another. Okay, I got a super chat. Venom X Shocker says, with his super chat, thank you, sir. Tips for surviving a horror movie. Let me think. Okay, there are obvious tips like, don't get laid, I guess. But I don't even know, like, how are you gonna even know you're in a horror movie? So you just don't have sex ever? That's terrible. It's not helpful. It's not helpful advice. You know, and how is Jason Voorhees gonna know? Is he gonna, like... I mean, I guess for some people he can fucking tell, but otherwise, you know, ignore that. It doesn't matter. Definitely, you know, you can drink. You know, you can drink and do drugs, but if you're in a situation... If you know you're like, okay, I'm in an isolated area, or I'm babysitting some kids, or just some you know, potentially spooky stuff at night, you know, definitely be responsible. Stay alert. Don't shirk your responsibilities. Just keep an eye out. Like, that's really it. Just keep an eye out, and everything will be fine. Like, that's really what the movies are trying to teach you. If you got something you need to do, and for some reason, there's like somebody, is there like I think there's like a police, like there's some dude with outside there's like a dude with a megaphone or something. Like, I'm hearing like some announcer voice outside. I really hope that's not the 5-0. You probably can't hear it. It's not picked up on my mic, but whatever. But yeah, just keep an eye out and you'll be okay in any situation, you know? Just be responsible, and then you can while out in other situations, okay? Just be responsible when you need to, alright? That's it. Okay, let me see. Pixel Donkey says, have you seen Terror Train? I have. Starring good old Jamie Lee Curtis. She did a few fucking slasher movies back in the day. Like, I think that was pretty much after Halloween. Like, so many producers must have approached her, like, be in our slasher movie. Like, this is like a new thing. This is a new trend. We want you at the front of this. Good thing she stopped eventually, and she eventually became a pretty big star. You know, she was in Hotel for Dog. Beverly Hills Chihuahua. So yeah, that's a pretty big hit. And she was also in those Activia commercials. So yeah, she really turned the career around from just slasher movies, I gotta say. I'm proud of Jamie Lee. Oh man, okay. I'm sure her mother Janet Leigh is proud of her. As proud of her yogurt commercials. Okay, let me see. Is my music still playing? Yes, it's still playing. Okay, good. Okay. Alrighty. The re-review says, will we see Meredith again? She's all around me right now. I'm sorry your primitive human mind can't, fucking fathom her existence, her presence. You can't even process the image of her, but she's here, you know? If you can see her, good for you, but, I can't help it if you can't see her. She can be captured on camera much more easily in certain situations, but, I'm a private man. She doesn't need to be in every video, She doesn't need to be in every video. I don't need her exposed to the internet and potentially harassed. I don't need that. No, sir. No, sirree. Anyway, let me see. Billy Mount says, Doc, will you ever review the Ghostbuster movies? Wow, people are in a Ghostbusters mood tonight, I have to say. Wow. Maybe. I mean, I feel like everybody's seen, the first film. I mean, again, like, super, like, really popular movies, and especially, like, comedies, somewhat hard to approach. I'd have to think of some interesting approach to videos about that kind of thing, just to mix things up, because otherwise I am just, like, talking about movies you've probably seen. Like, I don't know if I have an interesting take on, maybe on, like, Ghostbusters too, but I guess maybe if I were to make a Ghostbusters video, it would probably be on, Extreme Ghostbusters. I think that's, an underrated Ghostbusters show. I feel most people remember the 80s show, Real Ghostbusters, but Extreme Ghostbusters is really good. I wouldn't mind making a vid about that, and also the Beetlejuice, like, more, the Beetlejuice cartoon, more like, cartoon horror stuff. I wouldn't mind covering more of that, and maybe cartoon stuff in general. This is still early. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Maybe it will. Hopefully it'll happen, but there's gonna be a potential second channel dedicated to, other stuff besides horror. So, keep an eye out for that. It'll be an interesting pursuit. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to another question. Alright, let me see. Let me see. Good question. Another Ghostbusters. Well, not really a question, but yeah, the Ghostbusters remaster of the. I'm actually interested in that remaster for the Switch of the Ghostbusters game. I might get that on sale. You know, it's an old game. I need to pay top dollar for it, but I'm interested in it. Okay, let me see. A real question, a good question. Someone with a channel says, "Yo, Doc, have you seen Thanksgiving?" I have not, but, you know, I'll try to have a review next month of it. I've been meaning to try to, so, you know, hopefully, if we all play our cards right, I'll finally have a video of that movie. Because I haven't fucking seen it, but it sounds fucking wild. It sounds like, something I really should be covering, so keep an eye out, folks. Keep an eye out next month. Also, you know, make sure to press the bell button. Not just subscribe, press the bell button. You'll get a notification about my videos, and it'll really help me if you, watch the videos as soon as you can, because, yeah, every view helps. Everything you can do helps, okay? Just so you know, it really matters. So if you like the video, it really matters for the algorithm, because the algorithm really fucks over horror channels. There are some big horror channels, like some huge, really popular horror channels, but, you know, the way the algorithm works, it'll only allow for so many channels to, within horror to really reach an audience. So, anything you can do definitely helps, because it's pretty rough to be a horror YouTuber for sure. So if you can like, subscribe, press the bell button, comment, all that stuff, share, you know, everything, every little bit helps. Just keep that in mind. But let me move on to the next question. Okay, let me find another question. Let me see. Questions. Oh man. Oh man, well, I get that question all the time, but, no, I don't even want to, that's too obvious. If I get desperate, I'll answer the obvious questions that I get all the time. Let me see. Let me see. Will you talk about the new Joker movie? I will try to see it next week. I can't this weekend, because I'm busy with the Scream 2 video, but if I, get all my affairs in order, I'll try to see it, and I will try to make a video about it. Maybe, but then again, I don't know. Maybe later. Maybe, because I kind of want to just keep to, like, a horror theme with all my videos this month, so it kind of would, you know, clash with everything else, you know? So I'm kind of on the fence about it. We'll see. If you guys are extra good, you know, I'll try to make it happen. But anyway, let me see. Let's see. Okay, well, there's two similar questions. I'm gonna go with the more clean question. Okay? Armpitify says, Morticia, Vampira, or Elvira? Okay, so Morticia from Addams Family, Vampira, the original. I don't know if it's necessarily accurate, because maybe there was another one, but as far as I'm concerned, the original female horror host, or Elvira, the, inspired by Vampira. I'd go with Elvira. Yeah, I'm definitely an Elvira kind of dude. So yeah, definitely Elvira. You know. So yeah, there's your answer. I don't want to get lewd. I mean, this is an after dark stream, but it's still like 9:30, 6:30 on the West Coast. So yeah, it's not what I would do to Elvira. And, you know, let's not necessarily do that. I'll have, like, a super extra after dark stream for that kind of shit. I'm just gonna talk about all the kinds of folks I'd fuck. No, let's not, this is what I would do to Velma. Yeah, this is a family channel, but anyway. Okay. Okay, and Paul S. says Lily Munster. I believe Lily Munster was the vampire chick from the Munsters. Not really my type. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's see. Paul Wade says, Good Doctor, would you collect the horror classics on VHS, DVD, or Blu-ray? Yeah, they don't really, Honestly, Blu-ray. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass and just say, oh yeah, I'm super into. I'm collecting stuff. I'm collecting Blu-rays now. Like I like Blu-rays. VHS definitely has an appeal. It's definitely really tied to horror, because you can't imagine like you get like a haunted Blu-ray. No, you get a haunted VHS tape. Definitely very tied to the horror identity, but I don't necessarily I have a nostalgia for VHS, but I'm not necessarily someone who likes to dwell on that nostalgia. I'm definitely someone who likes to seek out, the newest technology and look forward. And I do like to recall the past, definitely. I am a horror host, and I like to package my videos in a very nostalgic way, but I'm not necessarily someone who's just like, okay, I refuse to accept change. I refuse to, Scream Factory Blu-rays are really cool. And also, oftentimes you get the old VHSs, and they sometimes they don't have all the footage. Like, if you get My Bloody Valentine on VHS, it's not gonna have all the gore. You gotta get the DVD or the Blu-ray. So, there's certain perks, there's definitely certain perks. You get the better cuts, but there's definitely an appeal. I would like to definitely collect VHSs, but not necessarily go back and stick a VHS. I don't want to do that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I did that before. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back just because I miss it. I miss my fucking youth. I don't need that. I don't need it. I'll just watch Blu-rays. But anyway, thank you, Fat Fucks, for the donation. But I'm not calling out VHSs. I don't fucking hate VHSs. I have a fondness, but I'm not gonna fucking be like super ironic hipster horror guy and be like, VHS is the ultimate format. I'm not gonna be like that. Okay, it looks cool. Okay, okay, I'm gonna move on to the next question. I get really opinionated about stupid shit, but let me see. Let me see. Terry Syverston says, Doc, have you ever heard of the Carnosaur movies? Also, I really like the new art style. Well, thank you. 8 the Rude is responsible for this new art, so definitely follow them on Instagram. 8, the number 8, the Rude. So 8 the Rude. So 8 THERUDE on Instagram. So yeah, follow 8 the Rude. Okay, but anyway, what did you say? Oh yeah, the Carnosaur movies. I'm definitely familiar with them. I believe they're one of the early, well, not necessarily early, but definitely, I guess it's safe to say I believe Corman made those, and Corman makes all kinds of mockbusters, but yeah, they're an example of mockbusters, and I believe they're mockbusters on Jurassic Park movies, kinda. I think Carnosaur was made to sort of snipe Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park in the market. So yeah, definitely interested. I'm definitely more likely to review Carnosaur over Jurassic Park, because everybody's fucking seen Jurassic Park movies. I don't need to review those as much as some more obscure bad stuff. So yeah, I would like to cover the Carnosaur films for sure. Alrighty, let me move on. Michael2HR says, will you review the new Terminator movie? Not likely. I mean, it's not really a horror movie, so not likely. My focus is much more on horror films now. I used to review all kinds of stuff, but yeah, it doesn't really fit when a horror host is reviewing the Lorax. Or the Hunger Games. There's a Hunger Games review on this channel. And then there's an Avengers review on this channel, like a Dark Knight Rises. I think some of those have been made unlisted since, but yeah, it doesn't really fit the theme so well, so I try to keep things within cult and horror, and maybe some B-movie sci-fi stuff too, but within that range, and I don't try to review non-horror stuff as much, those cooler genres. I cover the cool genres pretty much. Okay. Alrighty, let me see. Fet Survive says, how long have you had the mask and sunglasses? What mask? What the hell are you talking about? But I've had these masks. Well, not mask. I mean sunglasses. You got me all messed up. This pair of sunglasses since as far back as I can remember. They've been with me through thick and thin, through bad times and good. I really love these shades, and they've been through a bit. You know, I lost one of the lenses in a freak lens explosion. So, yeah, but the sunglasses have always been part of my trademark style, my look, as far back as I can remember. As far back as I can recall. If you look back on the first video, you know, they're on my fucking face. They're there, and they've been there since the beginning, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them following me on this journey through life. Yes, but anyway, let's move on. Alrighty, let me see. Holden says, Doc, how do you feel about the 90s Goosebumps series? I'm assuming you're talking about the show, and yeah, you know, I really definitely have quite a bit of nostalgia towards it, for sure. It's definitely pretty bad in retrospect, but definitely nostalgic. They don't really make stuff like that anymore. They don't really make, you know, horror stuff really targeted towards kids anymore, which is fucked up. Honestly, I feel like there are people who are like, oh, those Goosebumps movies out now, you know, they're fun, they're good, they're great fun. Fuck that, they look like shit. They're so soulless. They don't really capture the spirit of the books or the show. You know, they don't have any of the iconic elements. They don't have that cool theme from the show. They don't have anything that really Goosebumps about them beyond just, guess what? The fucking monsters from the books are in the real world now, and Jack Black has to help some kids through it. Jack Black is playing R.L. Stine. Like, it's just using the name. Like, it's fucked up. Like, I hate it. Like, they need to make an actual anthology horror kids movie. Come on, just fucking do it. I'm so annoyed by that. Like, come on. Actually, okay, that's actually a good idea. I think maybe I might explore that. Like, if you know, fucking Sony Pictures isn't going to do that, I might look into writing like a Goosebumps sort of tribute film that's like an anthology. I mean, Trick or Treat did that kind of shit with like comic anthology stuff and Creepshow, so I think it's something you can easily get away with. I mean, if we're not getting an actual movie or show, like, might as well try to explore it. Like, people are nostalgic towards that shit, and it could have like you know, cover graphics like Goosebumps and stuff like that for like the intros and the segues and stuff. Like, that would be fun. I think I might actually explore that. I'll look into that. I'll look into that myself. Don't steal the idea. This is gonna be archived. So if you steal that idea, I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna hunt you down if you steal that idea. I mean, I'm technically stealing Goosebumps, but you know, Stephen King stole Tales from the Crypt, so whatever. People are acting like Creepshow is original, which, I mean, the stories themselves are original and they're really good, but you know, it's Tales from the Crypt. Like, come on, it is Tales from the Crypt, just with Stephen King stories. But whatever. I got a super chat from Andrew Vincent. Sorry I didn't address it right away. I love your channel. Found it during a blackout. Well, hopefully that was a nice bit of entertainment for you during those trying times. Ah, man, but thank you for the super chat pledge. Thank you. Yeah, man, okay, yeah, let's see. And who knows, maybe there is a Goosebumps-like style movie and I just don't know about it. I hope not. It would be a fun idea. Really should. I'm really feeling it tonight creatively. Maybe I will start exploring another horror script, because the ones I've done haven't worked out so far. Oh god. Oh man, I would like to make a horror movie, like, to be completely honest, but whatever, let's move on. Tom Waits just said, just sold my Goosebumps horror anthology ripoff to Universal. No! No! Already? Oh, come on, already? Oh. Oh, to Universal of all. Oh, man. Well, fuck me, I guess. Fuck me. Oh, well. Okay, so Creeped Out is... Okay, so I guess Goosebumps is... A Goosebumps tribute thing has been done. Oh, fuck me. Well... I'll still see if it can happen, but whatever. Okay, but Fat Fucks has a super chat donation, thank you. He says, Doc, have you seen The Greasy Strangler? I'm somewhat familiar with the name, but I haven't seen it. I don't really know what it's about, but you have me intrigued with the title for sure. Thank you for the donation. Alright. Salvador. Okay, I gotta read this. Salvador Vieira says, what's your take on violent horror-themed pornography? Well, what my take? I haven't seen anything like that. But as long as it's consensual and it's simulated violence, then okay. If that's what you're into and you're not hurting anybody, then that's great. Not my thing. Not necessarily my thing, but if that's what you're into, I won't judge. I won't judge. Okay. Oh God, sometimes, you know, this is when the crazies come out, I gotta say. Oh, man. Oh, I would love a Dr. Wolfula movie too, Chubbs008. I don't know if that would necessarily happen, but I would like to be involved in a movie someday. Definitely. Yeah, man, that would be fun. I have ideas. And maybe one of these days I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about, making videos basically that are pitches for horror movie ideas, like this is how the plot plays out, and with some visuals accompanying it. Like, you know, I have at least one that I could do, but then again, unfortunately, it was written before the movie. What's that movie called? Hellfest. You know, it was written before Hellfest came out, and I dreaded when it came out because I was like, oh shit. But the one script I was writing, it involved a horror theme park. It was definitely different. Everything else besides the horror theme park was totally different. Like, it involved, like, fucking mutated vampire people. So definitely a different thing. But, unfortunately, you know, still, it's, the setting just felt a little too, samey, so I don't know if it could really work, because, like, even though it was, like, a different concept, you know, still the setting was, like, so important to the script. Like, I was just like, oh, fuck, like, oh, man, another horror theme park, and that Hellfest movie didn't do well either, so it's just not, like, a very convincing thing if you ever pitch, like, something that's got like just anything slightly similar. Like, it's just like, okay, well, that didn't do well, so why would this thing do well either? So, you know, I have to explore different ideas. I got some other horror movie ideas. When I have some time, I need to start developing them more and writing. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to another question. Tom Wade says, Bloodfest had a horror theme park with real monsters. Well, okay, well, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could get more into what the plot was, but I feel like I'm on notice, but, I mean, okay, well, the thing is, okay, fine, I'll get more into it. My thing was, it was basically a guy running a theme park. I guess if Bloodfest has real monsters, maybe, I've never even heard of Bloodfest, but okay, I guess, okay, I gotta just ditch the horror theme park thing. Like, it's been done. Okay, I'll just abandon it. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Invident7 says, if they make another It movie, it would be a prequel. Hopefully they don't make more It movies. I mean, if Stephen King writes another It thing, which is kind of unlikely, then sure, make another It movie. But otherwise, don't just make, like, fan fiction of Stephen King stuff. Well, I guess Castle Rock is fan fiction of Stephen King stuff, and it might be successful. I haven't seen it, and I have Hulu, so I don't know why I haven't seen it. I haven't heard anything about it really from anybody. So I've never seen anybody even talk about Castle Rock, but whatever. But yeah, some people might be saying, oh, Doctor Sleep is well, Doctor Sleep is a Stephen King book, so just letting you guys know. I feel like some people see that Doctor Sleep trailer and they're thinking, oh, is this like an unofficial sequel? Like, fuck that. No, it is a real book. So, you know, it's real. It has a really strange name. I'm honestly surprised they didn't change the name to make it more Shining-like for the movie, because they're really connecting it, like, thematically. They're really cribbing from Stanley Kubrick's film, but whatever. But, you know, I hope they don't do more It movies unless there's more It books, which is really unlikely, because Stephen King doesn't do many sequels. He doesn't really do many sequels. The only sequels he does with any consistency were the Dark Tower books, and that series is done, but then again, he wrote another one recently, so who knows? I mean, he just doesn't do a lot of sequels, and he's getting old, so sequels, not unlikely. I guess after he dies, there's a possibility they're gonna start making sequels to stuff by, like, just different authors, which would suck. They did that with Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books. That sucked. Owen Colfer did the latest book after Douglas Adams died, and it wasn't as good as, like, it felt really like fan fiction. It, like, changed the characters, so that's something I would dread with Stephen King. You know, you kind of just leave certain things alone. Like, when the author's dead, like, just leave it alone. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, but let me see. Katrina Collins says, are you happy for Stranger Things Season 4? I have not seen all of Season 3 yet. I still need to watch the rest of it. I do enjoy Stranger Things quite a bit. Honestly, I do kind of just feel like the fans have influenced, like, just the approach to the story and the characters too much. Like, I feel like it's kind of become, like, the first season felt very daring, and, like, you know, it felt like stuff, like, just scary shit could happen. Like, it felt like the characters could, and I guess, like, I mean, I've been spoiled on Season 3, so I know, like, a character seems to apparently die. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I know that happens, but I just feel like, you know, it just felt much more harder-edged in the first season, and then they kind of just made it, like, much more cutesier as they've gone along to try to appeal more to, like, the fandom and stuff, and I guess maybe make it a bit more commercial, I guess, because, yeah, they've made it into a big moneymaker, I have to say, but still enjoy it. Just, you know, I kind of really like Season 1. I just feel like it's kind of lost a bit of its edge as it's gone along, Stranger Things, I have to say. But anyway, Creepy Joe's Horror Show had a super chat. He just says, stay creepy. Thank you, sir. I'll try my best to do that. I'll try my best to stay creepy. I'll try to make that happen just for you. Just for you, my friend. Bring out the girls. Bring out the girls. Anyway, let's move on. Lee Bent says, 3 from Hell was excellent. Well, that's good to hear. I might not see it. I mean, I haven't seen any Rob Zombie movies since El Super Beasto. That was the last one I saw. I didn't see Lords of Salem. I didn't see, what else did he do? He did 31. I didn't see it. I didn't see, what else did he fucking do in that time period? I can't even think of any other ones. Okay, well, whatever. I haven't seen any of the ones since. I'm hearing some good things about Haunt, but Lee Bent says Haunt sucked, so I don't know. But I've heard some good things. Like, it seems like it's, well, I haven't actually even seen the trailer. I've just seen the poster, but the poster looks cool. That's all I can really say. That's all I can really say about Haunt. But the poster does look cool. It looks cool. It looks like a movie I would see. I might have to wait until it's on video, because I don't even think it's playing anywhere near me, so I'm gonna probably have to wait till video. Oh man, I don't know if you can tell, but my voice, ugh. Let me just have a quick intermission. I'm not really gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna go off camera just to drink something real quick. Let me just get that, Oh, man, yeah, that's good. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's so refreshing, actually. Oh, holy shit, that's so refreshing. Glad I went off camera for that. It's just a horrible sight. A horrible sight. Oh, man. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, Lee Bent says Haunt is lame, but I don't know. I've seen people, like, just messaging me, like, saying, Haunt is cool. You gotta check it out. You gotta check that shit out. So I've been interested, so I'll give it a shot sometime. I'll give it a shot. I do actually, if I have time, I do want to... It's not really a good movie, but I would like to make a video on the houses October built. I would like to make a video about that, because it is kind of an obscure horror flick that I think I have some interesting stuff to talk about with. So you keep an eye out for that. I might do that this October, if there's time, but things are kind of packed. So, again, if there's time, I'll try to. Okay, let me see. Trains Lover says, please respond back. Who is your favorite Pennywise actor, Curry or Skarsgård, and why? Well, I definitely have to go with Tim Curry. You know, oh, man. Oh, God, okay. That was bad. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. But definitely Tim Curry. Definitely Tim Curry. He was the one I was introduced to, but not just that. He just is just so fun to watch. Like, it's all in his performance. Like, there's no CGI or anything. There's just some, like, of course there's some stop motion and other kinds of effects, but it's just, like, it's so sad that there isn't enough. I feel like even though that's like a 3-hour-long mini-series, there's just not enough, of Tim Curry in that thing. Like, but he's so good in it. He's so entertaining. I really wish he did more horror stuff, because he was so good as Pennywise. Just a fun version of the character. Like, he just felt like an actual clown. Like, not some, like, weird, stilted, oh, creepy clown. Oh, I'm talking, like, you know, whisper, and with, like, a childlike veneer to my voice. Like, nothing like that. Nothing like try-hard creepy that appeals to weird fetishists online. Like, nothing like that. Nothing like that. He's just playing a clown with just this, who can turn on this, like, sinister, aggressive tone to his voice. Like, that makes him, you know, definitely edgier and creepy. But other than that, like, he just was playing this clown that was just like, I'm normal. I'm supposed to be here. I'm just a clown, like, walking by. Like, he just felt so, you know, inconspicuous. Like, he just felt like he could, you know, even if it's strange to see a clown, like, in the middle of a fucking swamp, like, it just, I don't know, there's just something chameleon-like with his portrayal of Pennywise. It's just really good. You know, it's just a really good performance. Like, it's the one I prefer. But anyway, let me move on. Andrew G says, any interest in the remastered Evil Dead? Remastered Evil Dead? Oh, yeah, I heard the Blu-ray is coming out. Yeah, well, I mean, oh, actually, not a Blu-ray. I think it's 4K, so it's I don't really have anything I don't have a 4K TV yet. I don't have that, and I don't have, like, a player for that either, so, you know, I can't really enjoy it. I mean, I guess I'm assuming it might be available digitally, so I could enjoy it that way, but it's not like I have a 4K TV anyway. I'm sure I could still enjoy it just for it being cleaner looking, but, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely something I can't really, appreciate at the moment, so I don't even have, I have Evil Dead on DVD. I would like to get it on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna just work on that for now, not necessarily the HD Blu-ray, or not 4K Blu-ray. Oh, man, I get so confused with some of these formats, damn it. Sorry. Okay, but anyway, let's see, okay, Creepy Smile says, are you gonna play or review the Friday the 13th game or Dead by Daylight? Probably not Dead by Daylight. Like, the gameplay just doesn't appeal to me specifically, and I feel like a review of Friday the 13th, the game, is, it's kind of too late for that. And those are online games. If it's a single-player game, I'll try. Like, I reviewed the Blair Witch game. I like to review more games, but if it's got like a multiplayer component, you have to really get deep in. Like, I'm not really into online multiplayer that much. I'll play certain games casually online, like when I feel like it. But you have to get really like into like little details with like online multiplayer games, like these mechanics that I don't necessarily want to get that like into. I don't feel like I'd be I don't really feel like I'd probably. Well, I mean, then again, there's nothing really that technical with Friday the 13th game, but I feel like with something that with like Dead by Daylight, there's a lot of technical shit you have to really get into that I'm not that interested in, And there's no story with Dead by Daylight that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's like lore that you can like gather like through just certain background elements and shit like that, and go online and find out all kinds of info, but there's no story to either of those games, so it's just not there's just not much of a structure that appeals to me as far as reviewing a horror game. But anyway, okay, Southeast 98 says, did you play the Resident Evil remake? Yeah, I did. I have a bit of a stream up. I didn't really continue it as much as I could have, but it's up. I did play it, so check out that stream. Alright, Angelo's Asylum says, how do you animate the character? Okay, well, I'm just kind of drawing this as I go along. It's very strainful on my wrist, but all this... No, I'm not... Definitely not me drawing it. Definitely not me. It would be Ate the Rude, but, okay, so the software I use is called, Adobe Character Animator. And essentially what you do is you build up this puppet. And the puppet has all of these different cells. Like, it has it has all the different mouths to say things. And it has a blink like this. I'm blinking. So you build all of those into your puppet. All of those things into your puppet. And you can also optionally make it so the nose is separate. So there's a slight parallax to my nose that you can slightly see. It's not insane, which is good. It's not an insane amount of movement in the nose, but you can have all kinds of other stuff move, and potentially have all kinds of other, like, customizations, but I'm using it in a much more simplistic way. But you build up a puppet in Photoshop with just all these different cartoon cells of a character, and then you put it into the Adobe character, you import it into the Adobe Character Animator software, and it uses motion capture with your webcam and your mic, and it can create this animated character, Like, it's really cool. I feel like, surprisingly, I haven't even seen... I've seen Gorillaz, like, they're an animated band. I've seen them do, like, the characters as CG characters with motion capture. But, they don't really do that often. And they never do, like, live chats and shit like that, because I think the actors probably couldn't do a great job with, they can read lines, the voice actors, but they might not be good at, like, improvising. So you don't really see, like... they did this with The Simpsons. Like, this is the same software they used on The Simpsons, actually. So they did a Simpsons episode with Homer, like, answering questions, and it looked really bad, but, this is pretty much the same thing as that, so I'm pretty much doing the same thing Fox did, a multi-billion-dollar company that is now owned by Disney. Oh, boy, the times we live in. So, yeah, it's cool. I feel like there's not a lot of... I don't think there is a lot of channels or stuff that really does, like, live cartoon stuff. Like, I don't know if there's any other streamer that does this kind of thing. I've seen, like, cartoon streamers that are just... they're just like a static image. So, I don't really see this kind of thing often. Like, I think really makes the channel kind of unique. I kind of like this aspect, but let me see. And just so you know, a lot of people are like, oh no, the animation, I like seeing live action you. I still do stuff in front of a camera, those are just the major videos for, streams and, streams and what else? Streams and just the Wolfulair short videos. Those are animated, but the major vids will always be like a real life me, so don't worry. That's all I could say. I just like, and it's just fun. This is fun. I get a kick out of it. I feel like I'm really ahead of the curve, but anyway. Alrighty. And I guess you could say I'm a virtual YouTuber, in the same way Gorillaz is a virtual band, but they are real, and so am I. I'm just aware that I'm a fictional character. Let me see. In the same way they are. Let me see. Let me find another. Okay. Jonathan Master says, would you ever consider remastering some of your older reviews? Not really necessarily. Like I don't know what I would have to like really. I'd have to redo everything basically. So I wouldn't do that. I have been considering maybe going back and re-reviewing, like, some of my older videos, like my most popular older videos, re-reviewing those things and doing a much better job, like trying to do a much better job with stuff, make it look and sound nicer, and much more effort writing-wise, shit like that. Those videos would still be up, the original versions, just try to do things, do them again, like, try to do them again better. Because my thing now is I do like to try to make a definitive sort of video. Garada K7 says, I love Doc's old videos, though. Well, okay, I'm sorry. I mean, some people are kind of mean with that. Like, I like your older videos better. Oh, man, it just makes it so pointless, like, sometimes when I hear some of that stuff, because it's just like, okay, well, I guess I should just stop now. Like, it's not going to get any better. Ugh. Oh, well. But thank you, Garada K7. Well, hopefully you like my new videos, too. Oh, man. Bums me out when I see some of the comments like that. Ugh. Okay, whoa, that's a really generous super chat. Let me see. Pingy223 has a generous super chat. Thank you, sir. Do you think Tom Hardy could do a horror movie? He is such a great actor. Has he not done a horror movie already? I'm kind of surprised by that. Like, he could probably do a great job, though. I don't know if he could, I don't know if he would, like, be approached to do a horror movie. I feel like he would, be, very pricey if his career ever takes a nosedive, sure, but, he'd probably be good in, pretty much every movie, so that's all I can really say. I would like to see him in a horror movie, but, probably not likely to happen, but definitely thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Alright, I think I'll be wrapping up soon. Okay, let me see. Okay, Garada K7 just says my older videos hold up. Well, thank you. Okay. Man, it does kind of make me sad when some people are like, because that's the thing. I'm doing the riff views now to try to appease people who miss the old style of videos, where I'm like, hopefully you watch the new riff views and you're like, okay, well, he's doing those old types of videos that I like, and it's all groovy. Like, I have all kinds of different videos on this channel now. You might like the riff view style things, so I'm gonna give them to you. But I'm gonna still do other stuff, so hopefully I can make everybody happy. Like, that's the thing. I'm trying to, and that's the other thing. Some people are like, I miss when your videos looked much more lo-fi and shit. So next time I like revamp shit, I'm gonna try to make it look more lo-fi and cool and like trippy and old school style. So I always try to appease everyone. Like I do listen to, constructive criticism when, like, people are like, I like this certain, can you do, so I do try to, like, please people. So, yeah, I am, like, always listening. That's the case. It does kind of, sometimes it does kind of hurt my feelings in certain situations, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna maybe wrap up in just a bit. Let's see if I can find another question. I'll try to do 3 more questions. Alright, Creepy Smiles says, do you review or play Five Nights at Freddy's games? I have I've only played the first game, and that was like 5 years ago when it came out. So I don't play those games. I know they have like a fan base still, which really surprised me. Really surprised me. Scott's making that movie. Scott is making that movie. That's what I hear from the fans. He's making that movie, and he's gonna make it with integrity at Blumhouse. But yeah, I don't play the games, so I don't really know a whole lot about them. Yeah, they didn't really appeal to me, but I don't know if I'd even review them. Okay, another question. This one is a super chat, thank you, sir. Would you ever do a playthrough of any of the Splatterhouse games, says TSL 2018. Ooh, Splatterhouse. That's actually a pretty decent idea. Like, perhaps covering the original one? For sure. I would like to do that. There was a newer one, but I'm not as familiar with that one. But, it's cool, because it's like you're playing as Jason Voorhees, but you're like the good guy. So it's an interesting idea. I would like to make more video game videos, so I'll keep it in mind. A nice little retro thing. And I'm not going to count this as the last question, but the movie guy says, what inspired you to do YouTube? Let me think. Well, nothing really. There wasn't like a YouTube channel that inspired me to do YouTube, but basically, I wanted to edit. I wanted to practice editing. This is like a sign that, yeah, my voice is like really rough towards the end of the stream. But yeah, I wanted to practice editing. Man, I can't even fucking say certain words right anymore. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's been a long night. But yeah, I wanted to practice that. So I decided, okay, I'll make reviews because I have clips to work with. So I did that. And I was inspired as far as like the kind of content. I was inspired by the old X Entertainment site, and that is not a porn site. It was a nostalgia, horror, 80s sort of site that paid tribute to all kinds of things. It was run by a guy named Matt. He now runs this site called Dinosaur Dracula that is just as good, if not better, definitely better, even better. It's even better than the original site. But I was inspired by that old site. Like, I wanted to make content that covers stuff like that. But that site was, articles, like, it was blog posts and stuff like that. So, a site like, I wanted to make content like that, but just as videos. So that was pretty much the inspiration. Because, I wanted to practice making videos, and I like this kind of content. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the inspiration. So, yeah, there you go. And now I will find my last question, and then we will call it a night. But just because I'm calling it a night doesn't mean we're totally over. So, don't worry. Let me find that last question. Okay. I'm Okay asked, what's your thoughts on Blumhouse taking over the Dark Universe? Well, that's not really what they're doing. I guess maybe they could be doing a new version of the Dark Universe, but what they're basically doing is they're just taking over the old Universal horror monster properties. So they're making Invisible Man, they might make Dracula, they might make, Frankenstein, they might make all those again. I guess they're just starting with Invisible Man with Lee Whannell, who did Saw, or at least wrote Saw. So, they're doing that. I don't think they're doing the Dark Universe, though they might decide to pick up the concept of connected thing, because that old, they did at least have crossovers, so there was a universe in the old Universal Horror Monsters thing, so it makes sense. It just needs to be horror. It needs to be straight horror. They can't be like superhero-fied monsters like what they were doing with Mummy. Like, it can't be like that. So it needs to still be horror. They need to respect, like, the roots, where it's still horror. It's not, like, appealing to, popcorn, mainstream audience. It can't be like that. It has to be still a horror thing. It can be connected, because that's how it was back in the day. Just, make it a horror thing. Like, make them scary. Or not necessarily scary, but just keep it dark and spooky. Give it that dark atmosphere. Like, that's what makes them fun. But, okay, now I'm going to call it a night, but before I do that, I'm going to just let you guys know, you make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell icon, because if you're coming in late, if you press the bell icon, you'll know when these streams happen, later. Like, you'll get a notification, so make sure to press the bell icon. And also, okay, follow me on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Wolfula. Consider pledging to my Patreon. There's a new video commentary up of Halloween, and I'll have another video commentary soon. And I'll try to have another patron stream soon too. And also, if I didn't answer your question, download the Popbase app on iOS and Android for free, and go to the suggestion box, and I'll answer your question in the app, and I can actually, I'll have a voiced response, and you'll get to listen to it, and it's very fun. It's a very kitschy new concept that's really cool. So check it out. But also, I'd like to thank my Platinum supporters. My voice is too rough. I would normally say all their names, but my voice is too rough. But I would like to thank all of them. Thank you for your generous donations. This is the first page, and here's the second page. Thank you all. Thank you all, and thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, not just the Platinum supporters, but, if you're Platinum, you get your name in the videos, so definitely thank you. If you want your name in the videos, consider becoming a Platinum supporter. Keep that in mind. If you have a little extra money, consider supporting the channel. But anyway, I've been your host, Dr. Wolfula, signing out. See you all next time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy October. My voice is just fucked right now. Alright, I'm getting out of here.